What's going on, my Trainer Club? Today we're going to check out the top tips for Hoppip COMM Day in Pokemon Go to help you guys max out on the most important commodity in the game, which is Stardust. So let's jump right in. Welcome back, everybody. Let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think about the Stardust event in Pokemon Go? Are you guys ready for this? Because, I mean, Hoppip, cool. New shiny, amazing. I'm excited about it. I love the Jumpluff shiny. It looks really good. However, I love Stardust. It is one of the biggest things that I love in this game. It is one of the hottest commodities. It's something that I always suggest you guys go after in the most dedicated fashion as physically possible because it's such an important player in every aspect of Pokemon Go. And as far as me, I will be at the Yorba Regional Park. That is going to be in Santa Ana. So if you guys do want to play COMM Day with me, one of the reasons why, which we will talk about here in a second, is that parks are going to be spawning more Skiploom. So that's going to be boosted Stardust, so it's going to be advantage to you to play in a park. And then I wanted to invite you for a little bit extra bonus on Sunday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. So we are going to have the Valentine's Day event going on, which is really exciting. I will be hosting a test program partnered with Niantic for this specific day. I will be at Balboa Park, and for this specific event, it will have expanded and different gameplay than the typical, which will include special research as well extended lore time. So if you want to come out and play the Valentine's Day event with me in a special program, I hope that you guys do come out to Balboa Park on Saturday. We will be meeting at the Lily Pond area. So I hope to see you on Sunday at 11 a.m. or on Saturday at 11 a.m. So for the Hoppip COMM Day, it's going to go from 11 a.m. all the way until 5 p.m. on Saturday, which is extremely exciting. Ooh, Stardust, let's go. And just to make sure we're on the same page, this is Saturday, February 12th from 11 a.m. all the way to 5 p.m. The bonuses will include increased spawns, 3-hour lore durations, 3-hour incenses, and the main bonus is going to be 3 times catch Stardust. During this event, you will also get up to 3 free raid passes when completing raids. Obviously, you have to do one, spin the gym, and then you will get another one, and you can have up to 3. If you save one from before, you could have 4 total free passes for the day. When you're in park areas, which is why we are going to the Yorba Regional Park, you will have the chance to catch Skiploom, and additionally, you will be getting increased XL candy from catching all of those Skiplooms when you are in those parks. The exclusive move will be Acrobatics, which we will check out in tip number 5 in regards to where it sits for PvP with the move. There will be the $1 storyline that I highly suggest you guys always get. It is definitely always worth more than $1 as far as the items you get in return, and you get the additional chances of getting shiny potentials. And then additionally, we will have 1,280 coin COMM Day box, which will give you 50 Ultra Balls, 2 Super Incubators, 6 Star Pieces, which is half the amount that you're going to need, and it will give you 1 Elite Fast TM. There will be the free 30 Ultra Ball box in the shop, and then finally we will have stickers to celebrate the day, and then the shinies, which look so incredibly cool. I love them, are going to be right over here. So with all that said, let's not waste any time. Let's start my tips, starting off with tip number 1. Tip number 1 is going to be focused all around our items. Guys, some of you guys may be out there like, oh, I'm just going to come out, I'm going to get the shiny, and then I'm going to go home. Just remember, guys, the bonus, 3 times catch Stardust, the biggest bonus in the game. I am at 48.5 million Stardust, and I am still going to go out there and play as if I have no Stardust because I love Stardust. I'm trying to get to 50 million and actually over 50 million, and then 50 million is my new benchmark. I am not going any higher. This is the cap for me. It's a nice balanced, even number, and I'm spending everything over 50 million because I am excited to power up some Pokemon. So as far as what we are going to need, I suggest that you guys get as many Ultra Balls and Great Balls as possible. I would start by throwing all of your Great Balls. The reason being is that we have Johto Tour not too long afterwards, and I want you guys to save all the Ultra Balls for that, even though the Stardust is going on this event, and you're going to have these Skiplooms to be able to catch. So, want to make sure you guys are ready to max out. So I would say a combination of about 700 to 800 would be really good if you have that capacity in your bag. If you do not, take my 700 to 800, divide it by, I would say, about 4,000, and then apply that ratio to your bag. But if you have a much smaller bag, you're still gonna have to really get down on other items like deleting potions and revives. You can always spin stops and get more of those back or do raids. But as of right now, you need to focus on this. If you guys do want to use any pineapple berries, I am not the biggest fan of getting a ton of XL candy on this Pokemon, even though the PvP best IV is gonna be at level 43. That's gonna be basically the highest you have to go. So you're not gonna need a tremendous amount of candy or XL candy, but I always suggest playing as if you never have to catch one of these again. So I'm saying go in with at least 250 pineapple berries. And then finally, I do suggest that you guys come in here with some raspberries, red or golden raspberries, to make sure that you catch, if you're in a park area, all of the Skiplooms because they are getting boosted Stardust. And then as far as the items go, we're gonna need 2 incenses, but you can use 8 for 24 hours worth. And it is the Valentine's Day event, so for me, I am going for the entire 24 hours. Additionally speaking, you guys, I would suggest are using mossy lore modules because they're gonna draw out the grass spawns, which is very advantageous for this most place if you are in a very small dense area. If you're walking in a really big loop area, regular lures will be perfectly fine because the premium lures will be overkill because you cannot get around that circle fast enough. So very small condensed, maybe you're in a mall, there's 3 stops, it's cold outside, you can't go out. Yes, great time to use those premium lures because they're gonna spawn Pokemon 2 times as fast. But if you're outside like California and we're walking in a big park, regular lures are gonna be perfectly fine because you're not even gonna be able to take advantage of those increased spawns because the walk time to get back probably about 5 minutes. So you're really not looking at that entirety, and it could be even longer to fully maximize and actually use that extra premium for resources. And then obviously we're gonna need a grand total of 12 star pieces for the entire 6 hours. And then I always suggest you guys have a full stock of 12-kilometer eggs because this is the best thing you can possibly do in Pokemon Go to get you guys a ton of Stardust really fast. And don't forget to clear out your bag, guys. I wanna make sure you guys truly have about 40% of your space out because just remember, the Johto Tour is right around the corner. I want you guys to have everything geared up and ready to go for the Johto Tour. So it's very important that you start cleaning out your Pokemon. You go through COMM days. Maybe you have Spheals left over. You don't need a ton of shiny Spheals. You don't need a ton of those shinies out there. The one Pokemon that I'm really not getting rid of is Gible because of Mega Garchomp. I obviously have shiny Beldums that are great as well. Those Pokemon are very meta relevant, but the not so meta relevant, I would suggest starting to get rid of some of those shinies. Let them go, let them get out of your bag, your lucky Pokemon that are not holding and serving you. And then you also have the legendaries, and if you do raid a lot, unfortunately, you're gonna have to let those guys go too. So please clear out your bag, be ready for Hoppip Day, but use it as a foreshadow for the Johto Tour because it's not too far afterwards. So use this as a jump start into your gameplay to max out on a Johto Tour. And we do have stacked field research tasks, which I will talk about in another tip, which is gonna lead us into tip number 2. Tip number 2 is all about selecting the right area. So usually I tell you to be in a downtown area, but this time I'm going to recommend a park area because of the Skiplooms. Skiplooms are going to be increased Stardust. For the Hoppip, you will be getting with a star piece on 450 Stardust. If it is sunny weather or windy weather to boost the Hoppip, you will be able to get 562 Stardust, which is quite a bit. But if you are going to catch a Skiploom, guess what? You're at 1350 Stardust per catch with the star piece on. And then if it's boosted with the windy or the sunny weather, you're looking at 1,687 Stardust per catch. That is a significant amount more, so playing at a park area is very, very worth it this event. And then obviously, if you do have that centralized location that's not too big, or maybe there's an area in your park that has 4 or 5 lures that you sit quite frequently, and then you kind of venture out, do a little bit and coming back, you might want to consider doing the Mossy Lure modules to boost in those areas, but that's everywhere you need to know about playing the game. And leads us to tip number 3. Tip number 3 is going to be the start of the event tips. So obviously, right away, I suggest you guys put on your star pieces and start catching Pokemon. You may even consider not catching Pokemon until the day starts to max out. Additionally, I wanna make sure that you guys are ready and prepared the entire day, so please don't catch any Pokemon 30 minutes before the event starts because those Pokemon will transfer into Hoppips and they will be 3 times catch Stardust. So you wanna make sure you realize that. They could be shinies. And then finally, do not do any field research tasks from midnight all the way until 11 a.m. when the event starts because those field research tasks, if completed beforehand, will not be available anymore. But once the event starts, they will switch over into the Hoppip ones, which will give you Ultra Balls, Great Balls, Pineapple Berries, Golden Raspberries, and potentially Hoppip encounters, so you definitely want to wait. And then obviously, start your 12-kilometer eggs. I suggest if you have all 12, you use only super incubators on all these to hatch all at the exact same time. And you could even start walking them beforehand, like the day before, but you have to be careful that you do not do any adventure sync, like running with your phone beforehand. And let's say you were at 9 kilometers, you did a huge run and you did that extra 3 kilometers. Make sure then not to open your game until you get in there, and be very cautious about that scenario because opening your game, it may still push all the eggs to hatch before you can get a star piece on, which would definitely be quite disappointing. So I would suggest maybe if you start at 10 a.m., you start walking them, you pay very close attention to all of those eggs going out there, and then you put your star pieces on once the event starts, hatch those eggs on the star piece and start catching all of your Pokemon. And let's not forget about our field researches that we have been stacking up, guys. This is very, very important. So I want to make sure you guys are ready to go with all of your stack field research. So what do? You go into your field research stack, you start catching all of these Pokemon, and you start going right after it. Get this done early in the day. You do not want to wait all the way till the end, because at the end of the day, sometimes we don't have time for that, or sometimes we're kind of rushing or we forget. You want to get to these very, very increased Stardust boosted boosted Pokemon from your field research into your bag as quick as possible, because that means you realize the Stardust. So with all that said, now let's move into tip number 4. Tip number 4 is going to be all about the weather conditions and playing during the event. So we have, like we talked about, sunny as well as windy weather that are going to boost these Pokemon. Hoppip is going to be 257 coming out of research, 514 in the wild if there is no weather boost, but under those two conditions, sunny and windy, it's going to be at 557 for the level 35 100% IV. And those are the only two really guaranteed 100% IVs you can get. And when it goes into the boosted weather conditions, that first level 30, 514 is no longer going to be a guaranteed 100%. And then Skiploom, 100% IV is going to be 836 or 906 for the weather boosted level 35, same conditions that are boosting it. And from the field research, if you happen to get it, it is going to be 418. And as far as Jumpluff, the 100% PvP IV is going to be a 01414, which we will cover in tip number 5 to see if it's going to be worth it. And if you want to see how to stack up field research and claim it, I will be putting out a YouTube short coming out soon, which is then going to lead us to tip number 5. Tip number 5, we're starting off with evolution. So we're gonna start off with the PvP ranking for Jumpluff. It is gonna be ranked 70 in the shadow form, 116 in the non-shadow form. So unfortunately the non-shadow form, 116, not the best, 70 even in the shadow form, maybe not the best as well. With the moveset of Bullet Seed, the new Acrobatics, and Energy Ball on this Pokemon. So what I suggest you guys do, obviously you evolve for the shinies, obviously you evolve for this moveset. Do you need a ton? I really don't think so, guys. I'm probably gonna be deleting quite a few of these shinies after this event, which then leads us into trading. If you guys do want any more XL candy for this Pokemon, remember it is level 43 maxed out, so you're gonna need some XL candy if you do want to max it out for the Great League. In the Ultra League, it's ranked 436 in the non-shadow, and in the shadow, it's 460, so it is not relevant at all in the Ultra League, so you don't need a ton of XL candy to get it all the way to level 50. And then just to finish off, guys, I wanna make ssure that you guys are ready for the Johto Tour, so do not keep any of these Pokemon that you don't need. Make sure to get after them, get them out of your bag, check them. If you need it for PvP, you do need it, and if you don't want to trade it, please get them out. So with all that said, I appreciate you guys being here as always. To all my likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody who takes their support, subscription, and participation to the next level, I'm gonna see you guys out on the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.